guys, how are you? So in today's session, I'm going to talk about basic data structures and programming constructs. So in today's session, first I'm going to tell you what are the data structures, what are the different data structures available in Python, and then I'm going to talk about programming construct, that how you write a Python code in such a way that it will look like a professional code. Like the professionals, how they do the Python code, you should also have to follow that that way, so that when you go in a reputed company and write your code should be look like a professional. Okay, so first started with the basic data structures. There are two types of data structures. First are primitive data structures and second are non-primitive. Primitive data structures that are already available in Python, like integers 1, 2, -1, float like 1.1, 1.2, 5.6, 7, 8, 9, 1, and strings like hello and hi. Here hello and hi, as you can see, hi is in double quotes and hello is in single quotes. So both are the strings. And as the as in Python, both the double quotes and single quotes will represent strings, and it doesn't matter how you are implementing your strings. Like if you are writing your string in double quotes or single quotes, it doesn't matter in the case of Python. So next comes the boolean. Like as you all know, boolean, there are two values, true and false, which we are using in Python. So that's all our primitive data structures, and next comes our non-primitive data structures. So in non-primitive data structure, first comes the arrays. Arrays, we can use the numpy, this library, or you can say your Python built-in array library, where you use to create the arrays. Then comes the list are like, you can put any element in list like array, or you can put some integers, or you can put some boolean value, or you can put some list or the string. So you can make list of list and nested lists, and you can also provide the value of string in these lists. Then comes the tuples. Tuples are immutable. So if you are define a tuple, then you can't change the value of that tuples. So tuples are like when you provide two brackets here, like two parentheses, then it is called as tuples. If you provide square bracket, then it is list. If you are providing arrays like this, then these are arrays. And next comes the dictionary. Dictionary, here is the key, and here is the value. So here I'm using key one as the key and value as the hi. Hi is like string. And next comes, you can use key as the string. Like you can use string as a key, and then you can use numeric value as a value. Then you can use string as a key and also string as a value. So anyway, you can use your dictionary. Then comes the sets. One, hi, that means string, and then three. Here in sets you can't give value um like you can don't give value one and one. You can't give duplicate values here, but in list you can give the duplicate values. And then comes the files: open, read line, write, and close. These are the functions which we are using to create a file and to edit that file. So that's all for theory. Now let's move on to coding session so that I can explain you all these things. So here I'm opening this spider, and as you all know, I mentioned the path, Python course, data structures, and programming constructs. Here, this is the folder which is I make for this topic, and I want you all to make the same folder with the same name, and there you write your code and do the coding stuff. So first of all, I want to import the NumPy library, and to execute this line, I press Ctrl plus Enter. Here is, as you can see, I import the NumPy library. Then comes the primitive data types. First of all, I want to show you this integer. Then comes the float. Then comes the strings, and then comes the boolean. So I told you these four types of primitive data structures. Let's execute this and see the type. Here, as you can see, type of these variables, as I already told you that Spider is the that kind of IDE where you can see your variables in Variable Explorer, their size, their value, their type, and the name of that variable. So as you can see, variable name A has type int and has size of 1 byte and value of 1. Also name B, variable B has type float and value 1.1, and the variable C has type string and can having value of strings like string, so string type value, and the string contains the or name string. You can change here, like I can change it to Python, and here the names automatically are updated from here, like string having name Python. Then D is a boolean type variable having value true. You can change it where it's false. So if you want to see now, see the value, type C, Python, type D, and press enter, false. So these are the primitive type of variables, primitive data types which I show you. And I want to tell you that you side by side save your code so that you won't lose any data. Then comes the array. So for array, I type arr and type numpy dot a array, and here I type values of array 1 2 3 4 5. So NumPy arrays are fast, very fast than Python built-in arrays. So we are going to use these NumPy array because NumPy is written in C++ language, and I also recommend you that you should all use this NumPy array because it is fast and it makes our code faster. Then execute this array, and as you can see, array of int 32 having size 5, and these are the values. Then comes the list value. So ls, and to make the list I use square brackets 1 2 3 4. Let's change some value like Krishna India. So here, as you can see, I make the list having different kind of values like integer type and then string type. You can also add some float type 1.1, and you can also having some list in this list like nested list 2 3. So when I execute this, see, it is the type of list containing these many elements, and all in one of this element is also a list. Here you can see by double clicking on it, I get this pop-up, and here you can see it contains 7 values 0 to 6 because indexing is starting from 0 in coding, as you all know. So first is integer, then string, then float, then list. So these are the values in our list, and if you double click on this, we get another pop-up like in nested list we have two values, integer 2 and 3. So close it all, and then comes the dictionary and tuples. So let me tell you about first tuple. Tuple TP equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3. Let's execute this. Here as you can see, name TP variable has tuple and have size 3, and it has value. It has three values 1 to 3. As I double click on it, I get these values of size 111, type integer. So if you want to change the value, let's try to change and make it 0. Tuples object do not support item assignment. As I already told you that we can't change the value of tuple. So let me delete this, and another next data type comes is dictionary. In dictionary I want to have values like 1 having name, then string hello, then the string key hello has the value world as the string, and let me give some spaces, already give some spaces according to you, like I give space after the equals to and before equals to, and after every comma I also give a space, so it enhance your coding skills and it makes the code looks good. So try to also adapt these things by give some spaces in that, and after colon I also give space, so you also try to give some spaces in that. And yes, let's execute this. As you can see, dict is our variable having type dictionary, and it has two values, size of 2 and issue photo. Okay, yeah, sorry. Actually, don't open this dictionary. Okay, and after this, if you want to read a value of dictionary, then just type the key value dic1. Dic1 has name and dic hello. Execute that. Dictionary having dic dictionary of key hello has value world. Then comes the sets and file. So for set I type sets is equal to 1 comma 2. Execute this. As you can see here, we get the set and variable name sets having values 1 and 2, size is 2 and type is set. Let's double click it and you see type is int, size is 1 and 1 and value is 1 and 2. That's all for set. And then comes the file. We can make some file, and let's write file equals to files dot open text dot txt write mode. So here, as you can see, my path is D Python course, data structures Python, data structures and programming constructs. Here I write files dot open. Let me write this a dot open. Yes. Or yes, a dot open. And here, as you can see, I have already one file. So let me delete this. I will delete this, and here, as you can see, I don't have any text value, any text file. So let me go on this spider and execute this command. Sorry, I already used this a value. So why this is coming. Yes, sorry for the error. Like a equals to open text dot test and in the write mode. So I don't have the text dot text file. So when I execute this command here, as you can see, I get this text file. Double click on this, you get the empty area. And when you get this text file, I open this text file in write mode. Write mode by w assign mode is in write mode. By w, it means that we can write some lines in this text file, and we are opening this text file in write mode. So let's write some thing on this. A dot write hello world. Shit, sorry for that. Yes, a dot write. And when you write double a dot write hello world, it returns the number of letters, number of characters which we are enter in our text file. So a dot write, it means hello world, and after that we write double a dot close and execute this double a dot close, and our file is now closed. So let me go back to our this text file. Double click on this, you can see hello world. We write the hello world in our Python code, but it gets written in our text file. So this is how we use our file options, file data structure to open a file. And if you want to append, like if I write more in this file, then rather than writing w, I write a means append, means the data which I already written on my text file, it is being written and I am adding more data to it. So first of all, I open this file, then I type I love coding, and I execute this. It returns 13 number of letters I write on my file, then close that file. And now I'm gonna open this. As you can see, hello world is already written, and now it added I love coding. So because I don't add slash n here, so that's why it's showing same line. So that's all for this files data structure, and that's all for today's session. And you get this file, and I'm also tell you something like, as you can see, I write this code, and this code it's look like messy. So what you have to do, first of all, when we have to import some libraries, then we have to write that importing libraries on top of our Python file. So first of all, clear out all these things. I don't want this. Import the libraries which you want first. Import pandas as pd, import matplotlib. So first import these files by writing these, and when we import all our files that we want in our Python code, then after giving some space, we type all our variables. Like these are our variables which we are going to use in our Python code, then these values. And let me click this. And so we have to try to assign all the variables which we are going to use in our Python code in first in the first precedence after when we import all our libraries. So here I import all our libraries, then I have to assign all the variables. Then if I want to use that variables, then I write code for that. Like I write dictionary dict1 and dic hello, then I open this file, and I write on this file and close. So this is how you have to write code in such a manner so that it looks like a professional. So that's all for today's session. I hope you all like that. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Keep motivated and keep learning.